Now, we just talked about, I want to get to Memorial Day in a second here, but we were just talking about Operation Choke Point and the good work that Senator Mike Crapo is doing, and I'm saying it's Crapo. I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say it's Crapo because otherwise it sounds.
No, that's
I
correct.
can't say that. Good. I'm gonna say Crapo. He's fighting the good fight, and really what that means to you. Dan and Cheryl Todd from AZ Firearms are here with me every week at this time, and I know that this has impacted you as well.
Mike, you got me all riled up.
Okay.
I got thinking about this again and remembered the hardships we went through. The bank, I can't say the name, but the one that chased us out.
I see.
Yeah, I think we can say the name. They should have the courage of their convictions.
Yeah, they not only that, but the credit card processing companies, they are the ones that are the hardest on us because we don't necessarily need a loan, but they say you can't do gun sales on a credit card. So now I can only take cash. So you have to go to another credit card processing company and pay more money to get that when we're no risk. We're no risk at all. We've had no credit card fraud in the 10 years that we've been there.
We're one of the most highly federally regulated kinds of businesses there are out there. And,
could imagine.
You know, we are audited on a regular basis. We've got to expect it at any minute that they're going to walk in and want to see our books, and we're like, A-okay, we're good with that.
And you guys are Ramsey people.
We are
Dave
Ramsey people.
Dave Ramsey endorses you.
Absolutely.
The love of grief.
Yes.
So Dave Ramsey knows that you guys are good with your dough.
Exactly.
You guys are very smart with your money. So a bank has to look at you. A bank has to look at you and think, man, these guys are great. I love having them as a customer. They everything is just 5 by 5. But if I lend to them, I might get audited. So I can't.
Right.
You know, and we talk about the different banks and the one that chased you out. But I do have to play the other side of the coin here and say, well, man, if I'm looking at an audit, if I do business with you, I might have to say down the road, those guys might help you. I got to go to somebody else because I sure as heck don't want to get audited.
Yeah, I mean, we're frustrated with the bank that chased us out because they were the face that we were looking at. But honestly, their hands were being tied and slapped and whatnot from the government. So it's just a real backdoor way of doing things. And it's one of those things that it sounds like such a conspiracy theory. And then come to find out, it's for real.
Well, it was looked at as a conspiracy theory. I think even when you guys would communicate this with your friends, they're whatever. They've been watching too much Fox News. There's a bunch of conspiracy. They're a bunch of conspiracy theorists. They just don't like the Obama administration. And all of a sudden,
it was for
here
real.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And now we know about it.
And
it was a real thing.
It definitely is still a real thing that's being fought. Yeah. And I appreciate anybody that's shining a light on it because, you know, there's some people that might feel like, well, why should I really care about that? I'm not really in the gun business and maybe I own one or two. Well, you should care because if they can do it to one business, they can do it to any business they want to.
And they are doing it to several businesses. It's not just firearms.
Coin collectors?
Coin collectors, yeah, exactly.
I mean, what was the reason for that? Maybe fraud?
And they're lumping you guys in with the shadiest of the shady. They're putting you in with payday loans and title loans and things like that. Come on.
Right. Well, and I keep saying, you know, they're lumping us in with porn. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Even if the porn industry is a legal...
It is legal.
...operating business, then you change the law. You don't come attack them.
Yeah, don't side door this.
Thank you.
Stand up and take a vote. What's up, Bree?
It's encouraging Second Amendment discrimination.
Wow. Well said you.
She threw the D word out there. Discrimination.
Well said you.
This administration goes crazy when you say discrimination. They go nuts.
They're prejudiced against gun shops?
Well, it has to be. Once again, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. There it is. So that's it. Let's shake that.
Down.
Well,
Let's shake that.
Let's
shake it off.
I have to say that's not what so many people fought and died for.
Yeah.
Bringing us to Memorial Day.
And they did fight with guns too.
I did go to a local credit union. They treat me like royalty.
Great.
They do great. So I do want to say that we have all that straightened out right now.
Yeah, don't mention them because they might get audited. If
right. No,
we don't want to mention them.
They're out here in the desert. They're a great bank.
Here we go. Here we go. This guy. A few weeks ago, he was nervous to get on air, and now here he is with the jokes all day with this guy. Holy cow. Like, I'm excited about it because I know I'm in the room with two people that get just as emotional about Memorial Day as I do, because it's a big deal. It isn't a 3-day weekend time to drink and have the barbecues. It's good to do that, but this isn't a happy day.
Right.
It's not. This is a day where we look back with the utmost pride and humility and thanks.
Gratitude.
And gratitude, right. And look back to those that have they have written the ultimate check. Up into my death, here we go. I'm going to go serve this country, and they didn't make it home. It is so big. And I'll speak for some of the veteran friends that I have, and that have said, you know what, this isn't a hey, happy Memorial Day or things like that. We have that on Veterans Day. Veteran Day, that's for us. That's to celebrate us. Memorial Day is to celebrate the ones we left behind over there.
Yeah, it's a day of remembrance. And the thing is, I think a lot of times once we even realign our minds and go, oh yeah, that's right, this is a day of memorial. Well, what do I do? Like, how do I express that? How do I memorialize those that I do honor? And so I actually Googled it, because I'm all about the Google.
You are.
And there was a great little list there. How the heck do you do it, and how do you do it right? Just visit a memorial. Just do one thing different. I think that's kind of, there's so many challenges out there. Well, that's my challenge. Cheryl Todd's challenge.
There you go.
Just do one thing different this year that you've never done before. So visit a memorial. Or did anybody know that at 3 p.m. local time, that is a national moment of remembrance?
I did not know that. And that's on the day. It's on Monday, right?
On Monday,
okay, on Monday,
day.
3 p.m. Check that out.
So how hard is that? You pause.
Yeah.
You think upon the meaning of the day, and some places they're playing taps, but you just take a moment
Niagara
of silence.
Falls. I can't hear that without you. I'd lose it.
Niagara
They played at my
Falls.
grandfather's funeral, and it was done.
Forget
done.
it, right?
Adios.
Renew a pledge to aid widows and orphans of our fallen dead. And
stop right there. That's the one. To me, that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't like cemeteries. I won't go to cemeteries. I don't like them. It's not like it's not that I think that the zombies are going to come out of the ground. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't like it. I don't like death in my family. Natural death in my family has always been a funny thing. My dad's funeral was a comedy act, is what it was. And my grandmother's grandmother's on her deathbed, and we're all sharing jokes around. This is just we celebrate these people. So cemeteries are off to me. I think that the people, the widows, the orphan children, these are the ones. And the widowers. These are the ones that have sacrificed so much and continue every single day dealing with that sacrifice and carry that burden. Grab some burgers, grab some dogs, walk it over to their house, and just say, here.
Love it.
Or go knock on their door. We got a barbecue. We got a pool. I know you got a couple kids. Let's go. Let's do this. We want you to be a part of our crew.
You're seriously going to make me cry right now.
Do that. I'm compelled to do it. I have not done enough. I will say that. I have not done enough on Memorial Day. I have not done enough to thank our veterans and to thank the families that have sacrificed, have given the ultimate sacrifice. They've given one of their family members. So why not? Have a burger. Bring them over. Hang out. Let's celebrate with the outdoors. You got a boat? Let's go fishing. You know what? I bet your dad would have loved to take you fishing. I'd like to take you fishing. Mom, get on here. Let's go fishing. Don't have a boat? That's fine. Go hiking. Get outdoors. It's 75 degrees outside. Go do something. Thank these people. It doesn't have to be big, because it's the thank you that'll matter the most. It doesn't have to be big. It's the community that'll matter the most. It doesn't have to be big. They just should not be alone. There we go. So take that.
Thank you for that.
Oh, see what I do? All right.
Love it.
Let's do this.
I can't talk. I'm choked
up. That'll never happen.
Let's do this. Let's open up the phone line. 602-277-5827 is the number. 602-277-5827 is the number. When we come back with AZ Firearms, we're going to talk about the top 5 guns for home defense. How about that? The top 5 firearms for self-defense. That's next.
With Mike Russell, KTAR News on 92.3 FM.
Duck Dynasty Season 7 is out on DVD from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. It's available everywhere DVDs are sold. The Duck Dynasty DVD includes 20 minutes of never-before-seen-on-TV bonus content. It does. Get on Facebook.com/GetOutdoorsAZ. I need some trailer ideas for my 2 new kayaks, which have just arrived at Southwest Kayaks. I'm very excited about this. They've just arrived, but I need to load up a trailer. So give me some good trailer ideas. The winner will get the Duck Dynasty Season 7 DVD. Check that out. We'll announce the winner on Sunday. As always, this time, our friends from AZ Firearms are here. And you know, Rosie brought this up to me. He said, you know what a good topic would be? Talk about the top 5 guns for home defense. And I thought it's a great idea, you know. He didn't get into. I didn't even follow it up and ask him even if he does that. But he just said, he's the home guy, so that would kind of be a good topic.
Well, you request, we deliver.
Check that out. And Cheryl came. She came with the goods. Now you wanted to lead off here with something you guys got going on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're talking about protecting your home with a firearm, and really the very first thing to do is try to do everything you can to avoid being a victim.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So we have a class coming up in August. It's called the Refuse to be a Victim program. It's an NRA class put on by Mike Abramovich, who I keep dropping his name, and he's going to be in here chatting with us
All right.
fairly soon. But our class is on Saturday, August 29th at AZ Firearms, which is at 215 East Western Avenue in Avondale. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., $15. That's almost free. And you can sign up at Mike's website, which is certifiedtraining.net.
Okay,
not
certifiedtraining.net. We also got a call over the break. My man was driving, so he didn't want to hang on the phone. Good for you. I like safety first. But he said, and this goes to you, Dan. He said he's had a 22 LR that's been jammed for, and I'm just going to say forever. It's been jammed for a long time. What in the heck does this guy do?
Well, get it in a safe box or a bag and bring it down to us. Let's check it out. I don't know if it's loaded.
Okay.
I don't know the situation, but we can definitely get it unjammed. But that's not something we can fix over the phone.
Sure.
But
nor do you want to.
Right.
Like, look. Google YouTube videos are great, but no, not for firearms, people. Get it down to AZ Firearms. Dan's gonna look. By the way, this week I finally saw your shop. The little shop you have in the back where you do all your tinkering. Holy mackerel.
The man cave.
I was jealous. That was awesome, man. You can fix anything back there.
We do all kinds of work back there. We can shoot back there, too. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I can shoot up to 50 caliber in there.
I'm so excited right
now.
Simply
test rounds. We don't have a firing range.
Stop throwing me off. Stop throwing me off. Your call, 602-277-5827 is the number, 602-277-KTAR. And always your text at 411-923. Let's get to it. What type of gun should you choose for home protection?
Well, we kind of quizzed our Facebook friends,
okay,
right? Our staff, our personal friends. We quizzed each other, and we did come up with a fairly comprehensive list. But I have another, like, before you go kind of a comment, and that is, when you're protecting your home and you grab your firearm, you've got to know where that projectile is going to go. That's got to be top of mind. Mm-hmm. So you've got to be thinking about, well, whatever gun I choose, whatever projectile comes out of that, you don't want it going through 5 layers of sheetrock.
Sure. Right? Correct. Yes.
So that's an important topic, and just very quickly we'll touch on that, because as we go through the list, it's important. Well, what kind of ammo does it take? So Dan will tell us the difference between ball ammo versus expanding and frangible ammo.
You what? You're using college words now. Dan, help us out with that, please. Can you define these?
I didn't know I was going to have to do that. No.
Put on the spot.
Not in my notes.
Ball ammo is just a round-nosed, usually a solid core, copper or bronze.
Okay.
And the hollow point, frangible, it breaks down when you shoot it, so it doesn't, I guess, go through as many things is the best way to describe it.
Right.
So it hits a surface, mm-hmm. and it will stop. And you need that because if you're going to be shooting in your house, you don't want to go through something and then through 4 walls and then hit one of the kids or the cat or something. So.
Well, I'm not mine anyway. So but I want to talk about this real quickly here.
Yeah.
Because I know I can hear you right now in your car on I-10. I never miss. There ain't no way I'm ever going to miss. Let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in that situation? Have you ever had the adrenaline coursing through your veins like that it's life, death, you or the kids? Have you had that situation? Have you fired a weapon in that situation? No. So don't tell me you're not going to miss. It's good to think about these things.
When I was younger, I was arm robbed, and I had to use a gun, and I didn't know what I did until I was done.
I can imagine.
Over.
Yeah.
So that's where the training comes in. You get to where you know what to do without having to think about it. You just actually know how to do it, because it was a glare until I was done, and then I realized I had done the right things. I knew my backstop. I knew everything before I fired the round. So that's very important. And one of the hardest things about these 5 guns, it's going to be different for everyone, and you have to think about a lot of things. It's not just having the gun that you're comfortable with, but what that gun does too. So Cheryl will start the list, and we'll go.
Well, we haven't talked about a shotgun yet, though. What comes out of a shotgun?
Well, you can either have a slug come out, which I don't recommend for a house. You have birdshot, and then you have buckshot. I would say if you have a house with kids in it, that it'd be good to have buckshot, so that those rounds aren't going to go further than what you need them to go.
And what's birdshot?
Birdshot is really light lead pellets. That's what they use for hunting birds.
Yes,
so
right.
It's not going to go through 5 sheets of drywall.
So some people prefer that to the buckshot because it stops sooner, but it may not have the stopping power
But
you
it
want.
sprays wide. Understand that.
Wide.
So some of it might hit your target, some might hit something else.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to understand that as well. There are a lot of things. It's not just, please understand this. You don't go to a firearm store and pick up a gun, lock it up under your bed, and you're good. That's not the way. Let me ask you this. How many of you have a gun at home and have run through a unloaded, safety on drill with it?
And
how many times have you conditioned yourself to know exactly what it is? It's muscle memory. If you hear a sound that you think is something going wrong, that you know exactly what to do in the middle of just being woke up out of a deep sleep. It's practice, practice, practice. And you know something? If that gun doesn't feel right, find a different type of firearm. I'm preachy today.
No,
I'm
love
getting
it.
mad preachy today.
There's, you will not rise to the occasion. You will not rise to the occasion. You will fall back on your level of training.
Yeah. And if
Plain
you don't
and
have no
simple.
training, guess what you're going to do? Fall back to zero.
Well, we had 5 people in our store talking about guns, talking about the 5 favorite guns, and everyone had a different story, different situation. Some people had kids in their house, some didn't have kids in their house. Some had a small house, some had long hallways. There are so many scenarios, and what I suggest is that you talk to other people and experts and novelists and talk to them about what your situation is and work off those ideas about what to do.
And talk about it. This is not taboo to talk about with your friends at the barbecue this weekend. It's not.
Right.
Open it up. I have a firearm for my home defense. Do you? Let's talk. What did you train? Do you do this, that? Make each other better. Hold each other accountable. What safety measures have you taken? This type of thing. So we can rattle off the top 5, revolver, shotgun, anything. We can rattle this off. And by the way, we're running out of time. So what Cheryl's going to do, she's going to post it to Facebook. She's going to go through the top 5. That's how she's going to do it. But it's so much more than that. It's what you're comfortable with. Make sure you're firing these things before you choose which one is going to help you defend your family.
You also have to be able to work the gun in the dark. You need to be able to clear it.
Great point.
If you have a problem with the gun, what are you going to do if it jams?
Yeah.
You need to know that gun inside and out.
Bayonet.
Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe a bayonet.
I'll post the list. I'm sorry we didn't get to it.
But I think those were the basics.
Yeah.
How about if you have a firearm in your house for home protection, start here. Start there.
I like it.
Right? And then
good.
we'll go to the top 5. We'll get to the top 5 later. David Letterman's gone. There's no more top 5, top 10 lists. It's just done. And by the way, PFC Tanner, thank you for your service and thank you for chiming in. 411-923. We appreciate you. We appreciate your family, and we appreciate all that you have done. All right. Talk about being prepared. I'm talking about for everything from changing a tire to building fire in the forest with nothing in your hand but wood and string. You're going to hear it next. Todd Justice joins us. Coming up next.